Be honest. You missed me. You missed the Tennessee Wonder Child, Little Big O. I have a story about my dad. My padre. My papa. Every year around Thanksgiving, my gramps came to visit. You would normally bring gifts every Thanksgiving. And so this one Thanksgiving, he brought me, my dad, and my brother a little Ziploc bag full of these tiny, shriveled peppers. So the Rogers men had this game. A game where we would try the spiciest trappings of the world. Normally like a barbecue sauce that was really hot, or like a hot sauce that was really hot, or something that was just really hot. Anywhere we would go, it's like, oh, is this the hottest thing that you have? Is this gonna cause a second butthole to form? Let me hit this. I never stood a chance. I was the M&M of a family. I wasn't even a peanut M&M, I was the little chocolate M&M. My tummy was made out of something small, like a thin Listerine strip. My brother, he had something made out of Asgard, okay? Tony Stark designed his. If anyone, a friend, a relative, a loving gramps, the supreme chancellor of an alien world hands you an unlabeled Ziploc bag full of an edible substance, you respectfully eject it into space. Because there are no happy endings to be found there. Only the endings that end with something shooting out of your end. And those aren't happy endings. These peppers, they weren't too bad. They were actually just blessed by an Aztec sun god who actually infused a dying star from the Sriracha Nebula, cocooned it into a seed pod, thus planting it into the topsoil of my Gramps' garden. I've been full-blown Hardy Boys on these peppers, trying to investigate the identity of these peppers, trying to find a name. What kind of peppers are they? They don't have a name. My Gramps even said you don't need to find these. You don't need to find these? I have no idea what he gave to us. An embryo of a lava being? He went up to Mount Doom and scooped a tear from Sauron's eye. My Gramps was a closet botanist and he created a pepper. So we're all in the kitchen. My Gramps, my dad, me, and my brother. And my brother decides to go first. He digs his hand in and he gobbles it. Like, no problem here. I'm thinking fart sandwich. I gotta freaking now eat it. My brother can't beat me. And you don't understand this little rivalry until you're a younger sibling. You always have to live up to them, right? But my brother, he was always getting the gold medals. I'm down the third podium fondling the bronze medals. And if not the bronze, the nickel. So then the roulette wheel falls on me. I dig my Vienna sausages into the bag, I grab the pepper, I eat it. A 2 to 4 hour voyage into the deepest depths of pain. For I ate the droppings of baby Bowser. Many months go by. So I'm in the kitchen, at the fridge, getting an after-school snack. I look up, I see the peppers in my mother's wooden recipe box. For some reason, at that moment in time, I had to find out the mysteries of this pepper. I start dissecting this pepper, okay, with a knife. Why do I do these things? I don't know. It's just seeds. The single hottest thing I have ever eaten in my life was composed of seeds. So I start playing with the seeds, right? Like, where is it? Where are you? I start dissecting the seeds, like, there's gotta be something here! Right at this time, the garage door opens, which means my dad is home. I go into a panic, okay? And I didn't even do anything wrong, but I've done so many things wrong that it was an instinct that I'm like, I'm fondling peppers! Oh no! And they had been on my butt cheeks ever since I changed the F in math to an A on my report card with a pen. I rip open the silverware drawer, right? And I throw the knife in, slam it shut, pull out the trash can, I'm sweeping all the peppers in it, right? And I throw it back in, close it, hop into the bar stool at the kitchen counter, and I'm collecting myself. I'm like, okay. I do this, which I should not have done this. because I'd been fondling seeds. It was even wet. I don't know why it was hot, but I do this, and it's in my eyes. I'm sweating, right? My eyes are freaking like, but then my dad walks in, right? And he's like, son. I'm like, oh, Father, welcome home. How was your day at work? And so he walks around the counter. He stops at the fruit bowl. I'm thinking, no, don't pick it up. Do not pick it up. He picks up an apple. I'm thinking, I'm caught. I am caught. He's never went for an apple in the history that he has been my father. He knows something's up, right? And I'm squinting like a friggin' bug. He starts asking me questions, right? How was your day at school? Good day at school? I'm like, good. It was good. So he's cutting up his apple, right? And he's looking at me like, how's math? Good. Very good. Okay. What about your other subjects? Great. Oh, so good. So good. He loosens up his tie, right? I look up thinking like, what's happening? Woo! Woo! Ah! Oh! This apple's really, it's really hot. It doesn't connect with me at all at this point. I'm thinking it's what mystery is this? Until I look down and I see the knife. The knife that he had been cutting it with was the knife that I've been dissecting peppers. I put it back in the drawer. I thought, it's not dirty. Why? There's nothing on it. I couldn't come clean. Why was I was not gonna come clean. There was no way I was gonna come clean on this. He's like, this is so hot. This is He's eating this apple and it's so hot. He pulls open the trash can and the friggin' trash was so high that the peppers were right at the top, right? The dissected crap. He's like, what is this? What is this? And I tell him that I was dissecting peppers. And at this time he starts hiccuping. You what? You what? I saw the peppers. I started cutting them up. He walks over to the friggin' sink and he's like looking. What? Where's the knife? The knife! It wasn't dirty. So I put it back in the jar. He's looking at me and he says, you rubbed your eyes with it, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I could tell that he wanted to be mad, right? But the sheer ridiculousness and stupidity of this whole situation, that he starts he starts hiccuping, and laughing at the same time. So he's like, this is a really nice moment of, him thinking, how did my son turn out like this? And me thinking, oh, you got me.